Hello and welcome to the second edition, or the second part rather, of this weird Doctor Who review thing. I'm not going to call it review. I'm not putting review in the name because I don't think I'm professional for a review. Today we are looking at Five Doctors set, which is the 13th History of the Daleks set. This is the first one that only has one Dalek. So we have the Gallifrey Death Zone Dalek. Ooh, come on. And then there is the First Doctor. So yeah, let's begin. We will start with the First Doctor. Actually, before a quick go, I'm going to quickly pull up the blurb for the back of the box, like I did last time. It just shows you the synopsis of the story and gives some information about the Dalek prop itself, and give you a few more details and stuff about the actual kind of set itself, the actual prop itself rather, which is good for you Dalek prop nerds out there. I know you're there somewhere. But anyway, yes. Back to the Doctor. So this is, of course, Richard Hurndall's First Doctor, because, of course, by then Hurndall had sadly passed away, I believe. Yeah, he looks rather wonderful. The body itself is a regular First Doctor figure. I do actually have one here to kind of compare it to, though I think there are slight differences regarding the coat, because if you look here, the coat looks a bit more excited. It doesn't wrap around him very well. So maybe they have done a different coat mould, or they've just stretched it a bit to make him look a bit, because he does look a bit wider. There's old Hurndall. Also here, Hartnell has had a bit of a tan. He's clearly on Florana or something, getting a tan there, but we'll take him out the picture just to kind of compare. They are the same body, it's just a different head, and the same kind of outfit that all First Doctor figures have. So from the bottom, he's got these nice glossy black shoes, just some boring grey trousers, slightly more matte black coat, not as glossy as, say, the First Doctor one was that we just showed you. And he has, of course, these little grey fingerless gloves, which do have a slight bit of paint bleed. You've got the kind of off-white kind of creamy waistcoat with the monocle. These kind of orangey buttons, the black necktie, and you've got this, of course, the new head sculpt, which apparently they've had for quite a while, just hanging around. Don't know where, but now they've hung on. Yeah, we'll make that. But yeah, that's the First Doctor. Now we shall bring on the Dalek. That was a snappy edit. I like those. So yeah, this is the Dalek that old Brucer dumps in the Death Zone for the Doctor and Susan to chuck down a hole of mirrors, and then he kills himself. The Dalek, rather, not Brucer. Though he's immortal, so he really can't. But on the camera, the camera is picking up a lot darker than he really is. This, he looks almost black. He's slightly more, maybe faintly more bluey grey, not as blue grey as, say, the Resurrection Dalek I've got from a few years ago. That's about 10 years old, that figure now. Christ. But yeah, it's a lot lighter than it looks on camera, but it looks lovely. You've got like a matte black base, then the bulbs, the hemisphere, and the slats in the middle bit are all in this nice glossy black, and you have this kind of dark bluey grey for the body, which I really do like. I do like it when Daleks have this colour scheme. You can also notice just in the middle here, I don't know if you can see it on camera. Well, that's sort of helped, actually, a little magic button on my phone. There is this little small band between the midsection and the neck mesh. And if we get an old Genesis start, this is from the History of the Daleks set for a few years ago, only like last year. As you can see, this Dalek is now a little bit taller, which is the same if you get the Revelation Daleks, which we'll look at tomorrow. These are ever so slightly taller. There's a reason for that. I think they explain it in the blurb. I think it's something to do with the material they used didn't fit properly. They made a new neck bin, didn't fit, so they had to use this little kind of expander piece just to glue it together. And it just gives it just makes them look a bit taller, a bit more interesting, a bit more different compared to the same Daleks we've had for the last couple of years, which is nice to see. If we go to the eye stalk, is different. I think it's the actual stalk itself is the same color as the head and the body, and then the rings are slightly black. I think there's 5 of them, I think. And then the eye itself is in black with the white iris and the black pupil, and the dome lights, of course, are these quite big sort of red thing. Actually, you can hold to the light and it goes, ooh, look, it glows. They look quite nice. And of course, we've got the gun and the plunger. So the plunger has this sort of black handle bit, and then you've got the little extendy bit, which is silver, and then of course the black plunger. The actual plunger head itself is black, and you've got the black gun with the orange tip painted inside, which you do see in the episode. And also, weird thing is the bulbs are the same color as the body, which normally they're not. Normally they're black. Like with this one, they're black, and with the Revelation ones, they're gold, the same color as the gun and the plunger. Which is weird. Very rarely they are the same color. Normally they are black. And in the 60s ones they were silver, but that midsection was grey. It's very rare the ball joints are the same color as the midsection it's surrounded by, which I guess is quite interesting. But that's sort of it, really. There's only the 2 figures. I've shown off the blurb. You should join me tomorrow. He's like, hello. You will join me tomorrow when we do the Revelation Daleks. I hope you'll be there to see them, and they are rather splendid, rather smashing, if I do say so myself. So yeah, I'll see you then. Cheerio. Now moonwalk away, Richard.
He's a funny guy, this man.